This is my old Craftsman toolbox. When I say old, I just got a new toolbox, so I've transferred all the tools out of it, and well, most of the tools out of it. There's still some stuff left in it. I got to figure out what I'm doing. But now what I'm going to use it for is storage for machining stuff. As you can see, there's micrometers in this drawer. The drawer wasn't big enough to hold all of the micrometers, so there's a bigger micrometer down in this drawer. So I'm going to use it to hold machining stuff. Micrometers, dial indicators, calipers, stuff like that. But what the video isn't about that. The video is about the new toolbox, so I'll take you over there. Okay, so anyways, here is the new toolbox. I said here anyways because I tried to film this with another GoPro cam and it kept turning off. I put it on the charger and it would say it was 97%, then I start filming something and go down to 0. But anyways, it's a Mac Tools tech type toolbox, and what I've done is transferred most of the tools from my old toolbox into this. So the top drawer is going to be the socket drawer. It's all of the sockets. These are the ones up in front are 3/8. The ones in the back are 1/2-inch drive. These sockets here, the flexible sockets, are 3/8. These are spark plug wrenches, special spark plug wrenches. Some of the Dodge pickup trucks with a Hemi engine in it, the spark plugs are down through the valve cover, so that's hence the long deep sockets. But anyways, there are special sockets for that. Lug nut, a lug nut impact, 1/4-inch sockets, and 1/4-inch flex sockets. That's not all the sockets I have. I actually have another box, but it's got very little in it. The next drawer down is ratchets, torque wrenches, breaker bars. I've also got this set of Allens and Torx type 3/8 sockets set in there. This drawer is metric wrenches, and this drawer will be for more metric wrenches. Seems like because of the ratcheting wrenches, it seems like they get used more often than the standard sockets and stuff. So why I say more is I've got a set of these that are SAE. They're the long ratcheting wrenches, and I really like them. Sometimes you can get them into narrow spots, and sometimes you need a little more torque. Well, I'm going to get a, actually it's coming Friday, a set of them for the metric, which is going to go in this drawer across from it. I will probably also be putting other wrenches in there, larger wrenches. So what I show you, that's the SAE, and here is the SAE drawer. And again, I have more. When I say I've got larger wrenches that I'll be putting in those other drawers, I'll show you some of them in another box. screwdrivers, small pry bars, nut drivers, a small set of torques and bits and stuff that goes with that. Stuff that you just kind of run into every once in a while, not necessarily working on automotive. This will be vice grips. I've got more vice grips than this, but they're the welding type clamps, and so this will be the vice grip drawer. And logically over here would be the plier drawer. Kind of self-explanatory. Basically electrical stuff up here. This is taps and dies. I have a lot of taps and dies, as well as I do drill bits, but some of it probably will not be kept in there. I'm just keeping that in there to use on that gets mainly used on automotive and tractors. Drill bits. Again, I've got a whole collection of drill bits that are not in here that I'm going through and will be stored with some of the machining stuff. Over here, top drawer is hammers. Not all the hammers. Again, I have tons of hammers over by the anvil and welding bench. Punches, chisels, drift pins. I think this is yeah, Allen wrenches. Again, I have that other set of socketed type Allen wrenches over here. But these are Allen wrenches. Again, I've in my shop I've got a ton of Allen wrenches. The guy that had the shop before me, I don't know what he collected Allen wrenches or what, but he just left boxes full of Allen wrenches here, and I've still got them. Crescent wrench drawer. Files. File cards. And that's just well, you can see a sander drill on the right. Impact, I've got a DeWalt impact and a air impact. I also have more air impacts over in another box. That small red box down there is actually a gasket making set, and the gray box is a flaring kit. I'll take you over and I'll just kind of show you. I said I had more impacts. There's some more air tools over there. I kind of emptied most of this out except for I have some big wrenches, and these are all SAE standard inch wrenches that I keep over here by the tractors because basically that's all the tractors are is standard. And there's more sockets down here. Of course, a breaker bar and the 3/4 inch breaker bar. I've also got an old 1-inch ratchet back there too. That I got to working. A guy gave it to me. It didn't work, and he gave it to me, and I got it to work. Just some miscellaneous impact sockets. If you're curious about that box, what it is a cam bearing puller and installer for engines. I haven't found a drawer that thing will fit into, so I do have some brass hammer, some other stuff, and then I've got another box over on the other side of the shop here that I have some tools in that I keep over by this workbench, but just basic tools that I need. I think there's some metric sockets and stuff like that in that toolbox, but basically that's it. So I'll bring you back. I don't know if you guys wonder. I told you that I had a lot of hammers, so I think I've shown this thing in another video, but I'm not sure. I have basically some hammers that I have that I keep over here on the welding table, ball peen type hammer. But I have this tree system that I built by the anvil, holding different hammers. Most of them have to be rehandled, but they work. And so I have a bunch of hammers over here also. And then I built this C-clamp stand a long time ago, and when I said I had some welding vice grips, that's where they are, is down there. I also have these chain vice grips, but actually I bought this one new, and I'm going to make a tool out of it. So that thing is destined to be destroyed. It's going to be cut up, and a block is going to be welded onto this, and then the chain is going to be able to mount into the block to hold a bushing for hole saws, so that you can clamp that around like a pipe and drill a hole saw down into the pipe. When I say that block is going to be on there, there's also going to be a leveling system so that you can level the block or the bushing holder. Bushing holder. You could level it, clamp it on, and level that block on top of the pipe, and then drill with the hole saw down into the pipe. You can either, it'll have levels on it, so you could, I'll have two-way levels so that you can do it on the top or bottom of the pipe if you want to. Very rarely drill into the bottom of the pipe, especially if the system's been filled before, because you're bound to get water out of it or whatever, condensation if it's a steam line. But usually drill into the top or sides of the pipe. So I'll have a level on it so that the block can be leveled on the top of the pipe, drilled in, or put it onto the side of the pipe and leveled that way so that you get a right angle penetration into the pipe. But anyways, that's kind of it for the tool boxes, so I'll bring you back for other things.